It don't happen, my wonderful people. Make on hear this breaking news. And the reason why everybody have to support Simon Ekpa. Everybody have to rally around Simon Ekpa to achieve our aim. At least to make sure that we eradicate all the whole challenges in our expresses, in our different villages, which is the Zoological Republic of Nigeria military men and the police. Why do I say so? Some people who always come out to say Simon Ekpa is doing this in the Biafra land, is cutting station in the Biafra land, is doing this, doing that. And most of them will tell you, let us leave it for God. Are you seriously? Are you kidding me? Okay, make gonna hear why I say like that. Why everybody need to support Simon Ekpa and why everybody need to put hands on deck to make sure that we fight against those who have turned us who have turned to be killing us like animals, who have turned to be attacking us left, right, and center for no reason. Breaking news: multiple explosions as Israel attack Iran. Israel have retaliated on that 1st of October attack being carried out by Iranian government, shooting how many tons of missiles to Israel. Now it is at their own turn to retaliate. Not that I am celebrating conflicts. I am not celebrating war. I am not a preacher of war. I am a preacher of peace. But remember, what we are following now is the law of karma, an eye for an eye and nose for nose. We are not following what the wise wrote for us in the Bible, that if somebody slap you in the right cheeks, you turn your left cheeks until you begin to have ear problem, and then the God will arise and fight for you. Why Israel does not wait for the God of Israel that Africans are calling, or Nigerians rather, or Igbos are calling to fight for them? Rather, they choose to take their destiny in their own hands. It is high time we wake up to fight the battle ahead of us and leave God out of whatever we are doing. God have given us everything. God have given us the mind to reason, given us our two hands. So calling God on things that you're supposed to do for your own self, you are indirectly disturbing God. Maybe on his resting days that you are calling him. Take yourself being a father or a parent as example, that each time you have provided everything for your children, but instead of them to make use of what you provided for them, they keep on calling on you all the whole time. Will you answer them? You will get angry. So that's exactly what is happening to the Nigeria and also to Biafrans. Because everything we have to blame it on God. It is God this, it is God that, it is God this. God can never give you what they call it, weapons, and also fight the war for you. It is never done that way. So everybody need to support Simon Ekpa, whether you like it or not. Stop saying he is killing the people in the southeast. Simon Ekpa never rose a finger to kill any Igbo man or any Biafra man. Rather, his fight is against marauders Fulanis who are penetrating from left, right, and center, and those ones who came in uniform that they are serving under the Zoo government, declaring asymmetric warfare on ordinary civilian Biafrans in the Biafra land. Let us go straight to the reason why we are here. Once again, happy Saturday, good morning and good afternoon. Welcome you again to this episode of Biafrans Must Survive and Simon Ekpa Must Lead Us to the Promised Land. Profile of 5 victims who died in Port Harcourt helicopter crash. They have killed these ones, so believe it or leave it. They have killed these ones. They have killed them. Mele Kyari knows what happened to these people. All these ones now that are being killed are the ones who's supposed to take over from Mele Kyari. Now they have murdered them. Just like Tinubu is busy demoting everything that is demotable because he is scared of coup. Use display coffin as massive protest against hunger erupts in Rivers State. This one is just the beginning. My joke about General Abacha almost led to my death. Ali Baba narrates. Abeg, we are moving straight to the reason why we are here. If you touch your heart, make sure you subscribe and support this channel in any way you can. We are going straight to the reason why we gather here this Saturday morning. Israel have conducted a retaliatory air strikes in Iran early Saturday morning, which is today, targeting military sites in response to an October 1st missile attack. Israel military spokesperson Daniel Hagari confirmed that the strikes were aimed at precision military targets due to recent Iranian actions against Israel. Hagari emphasized Israel's readiness for both offensive and defensive situations, noting no changes in civilian instructions. The United States was informed in advance, according to Israel news agency CAN. Reports from regional sources indicated that numerous Israeli jets struck locations in Tehran, Mashhad, and Karachi with explosions reported. Some sounds were attributed to Iranian air defense. Syria's Sana news agency also reported that Syrian defenses responded to nearby hostile activity with explosions heard in Damascus. The escalation follows Iran's earlier missile barrage on Israel, which came after the killing of Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah and IRGC commander Abbas Naforison. Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu had warned of repercussions, asserting that Iran would pay for its actions. In a period understanding with the United States, Israel agreed not to target Iran's nuclear or oil facilities, aiming to avoid broader regional impacts. Meanwhile, the U.S. has deployed additional military assets to the region as a deterrent. The United States is not participating in the Israeli military operations against Iran, a senior administration official said that told CNN. We understand that Israel is conducting targeted strikes against military targets in Iran as an exercise of self-defense and in response to Iran's ballistic missile attack against Israel on October 1st. We will refer to you, the Israeli government, for more information on their operation, said Sin Savet, White House National Security Council spokesperson, said in a statement. Israel did give the White House a heads up in advance of the strikes, according to a source familiar with the notifications. U.S. President Joe Biden is currently in Wilmington, Delaware, and his advisors are currently not planning to convene in the Situation Room. The president has been briefed on the strikes, though, and is closely following developments, a White House official said. Profile of 5 victims who died in Port Harcourt helicopter crash unveiled. The identities of the 6 Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited NNPCL employees who perished in tragic helicopter crash last Thursday has been revealed. An electronic manifest obtained by Punch disclosed the names of the workers: Tamonomi Suku, Alu Lawrence, Etim Emmanuel, Kenneth Tikwem, Frank Oriamre, and Boris Ndobo. The fatal incident involved a helicopter operated by East Winds Aviation, which crashed into the Atlantic Ocean while en route to the FPSO Noms Atan facility off the coast of Bonny Finama in Port Harcourt. The pilot, Captain Yakubu Dukas, was among those confirmed dead, while the identity of the 8 passengers on board remains unknown as of the latest updates. Following the crash, Bola Ahmed Tinubu expressed his condolences to the families of the deceased and directed authorities to escalate search and rescue operations. According to reports, the bodies of the 5 victims have been recovered, but 3 individuals are still unaccounted for. Captain Yakubu Dukas, the National Association of Aircraft Pilots and Engineers, while expressing profound sorrow over the loss of Dukas, described him as a seasoned pilot with over 20 years of experience. Dukas was also said to have served as the vice president of the union. The relatives and the friends of the deceased took to social media to share their grief with Tandazele Atime's mourning. Captain Yakubu Dukas, my sweetest uncle, yaks, this isn't how it was meant to be. A Twitter user at Venebe wrote, Captain Yakubu Dukas, I'm in shock and may never recover from this shock anytime soon. Tamono Suku, a medical doctor and graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University, described himself on Facebook as gentle and highly principled. Hailing from Kalabari, Rivers State, he attended Enitona High School in Port Harcourt before pursuing his medical studies. Suku's Facebook presence is minimal, with his birthday on November 13 being one of the few events he celebrated online. He married Laura Emisuku, an entrepreneur, on April 18 of 2015, and they lived together in Port Harcourt. Friends paid tribute to him online with Charity Eberechukwu Onu stating, "What a great loss. Oh my God, rest in peace." Lawrence Alu, known as Fly Guy on Facebook, Lawrence Alu hailed from Abi, Rivers State, and resided in Lagos. He studied at the Regional Maritime Academy in Accra, Ghana. His relative, Innocent Ibeyowo, expressed sorrow over his death on Facebook, saying, "My brother Lawrence Alu, it is so painful to hear you were among those involved in the helicopter crash. May God grant your family the strength to bear this loss." Another user, Taiwo Omutuyi, reflected on their time together, stating, "The law is gone. He was my colleague." Frank Ori Amare, originally from Edo State, Frank Ori Amare maintained a sparse social media presence with only 2 posts, one depicting him in a yellow overall next to a Christmas tree, and another featuring colleagues he referred to as part of his production crew. Boris Ndobo, a graduate of Rivers State University, Boris Ndobo lived in Port Harcourt with his wife. He had been employed in the floating production, storage and offloading sector since August 28 of 2023. His social media activity was minimal, with his last post being a selfie taken in a helicopter along with a nostalgic photo captioned, "Good friends." Just something important to remember, according to them. Moving forward, youths don't display coffin in Port Harcourt Road, say they are hungry. I don't know what coffin want do. In Rivers State, a new wave of protests against hunger and poor governance erupted on Friday as youth blocked the busy Port Harcourt Owerri Highway. Demonstrators, primarily young people, held up placards with various slogans and chanted anti-government songs. Blocking the highway with a coffin and canopies, protesters expressed frustration over the deteriorating state of the road. The protest is against economic hardship and the major road has been blocked. The Port Harcourt Owerri Expressway has been blocked with coffin and canopies. We, the youth of IGBOS, are protesting against bad governance, against bad roads, lack of electricity, and hunger. No clean water, lack of electricity in this local government, a resident told Sahara reporters. They also highlighted the ongoing issues of unclean water and unreliable electricity within the community. This protest follows an earlier incident in October when unrest in Buri Khan local government area turned violent, leaving one person dead and a mere clash related to the state's recent local government election. Eyewitnesses reported gunfire in Bori, sparking panic as residents fled the scene. The last but not the least, my NJOKU about General Abacha almost led to my death, Ali Baba narrates. Veteran Nigerian comedian Ali Baba has narrated how his joke about a former military leader, General Sani Abacha, almost ended his life. The 59-year-old reflected on the incident during his appearance on Leadership Podcast. Recalling that the tense atmosphere surrounding one of his performances during Abacha's regime, he said, "The first close encounter I had with death is when General Sani Abacha was the president. So I went to anchor an event in Abuja. So when it was time for the Akwa Ibom cultural group to perform, Abacha was still wearing one of those dark Ray-Ban sunglasses that could be folded. I stopped the cultural group dance and faced Abacha saying, Your Excellency, sir, it is almost 10 p.m. Why are you wearing dark shades? Remove this shade now, or don't you want to see their performance? Abacha then removed the glasses and talked to his head immediately. Okay, talked to his head. Immediately, I saw DSS officers going backstage to wait for me. Immediately, I noticed DSS presence. I went down the stage to sit on the ground next to Abacha. He then made jokes about me and questioned why I refused to go backstage. I said, don't worry, sir. Let them arrest me here. He then looked at me and smiled. Daily Post recorded that late General Sani Abacha ruled Nigeria from 1993 to 1998 after a coup that ousted interim president Ernest Shoneko. His regime was infamous for abuses, with opposition figures being imprisoned, tortured, or also killed. So my wonderful people, now you go take back break. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos.